For those of you out here that are coaches, creators, that are putting out and creating live content for your audience in your community, on your profile, on other platforms, chances are you're trying to get as many folks as possible to show up, attend that live, engage, and participate in what you're sharing and the value that you're delivering. Now, as many of you may have already realized, you're starting to build your audience and put out live content. Capturing that attention and getting them to actually show up when the live kicks off can be a challenge. Now, for me, one of the simple things that I integrated to really improve my show up rate on Facebook Lives and free live trainings is by incorporating a sequence of follow-ups before the lives itself. One easy way to do this is by using ManyChat and a chatbot sequence that I'm going to walk through here today on exactly how to set this up and how to use this in your own business to 10x the amount of live viewers you're getting on your live video content. So right now in my business, we're in the process of building out a lot of different new automations that we're incorporating both via text as well as Facebook Messenger follow-up. This kind of referred me to come back to a lot of the tools that I built early on that really benefited me in my business up until this point that we're kind of looking to evolve and take to the next level. So I figured I would share with you one of these sequences that I created that I've used for the last 2 years to help me 10x my show up rate on Facebook Live. So what we're gonna do here is dive into my screen. I'm gonna pull up ManyChat. I'm gonna walk through exactly what this is, how to set this up, and how you can use this for your own business. As we dive into what's on screen here, for those of you that happen to miss the last video I dropped on this ManyChat topic, breaking down the bot that generated me 15K in just 7 days time, I'll go ahead and throw this up in the corner of the screen here. I'll also link this at the very end of the video for those of you here that stick around, watch through this video, and check that out next. But as we get right into today's video, let's break down what we see on screen here. So what I have here is a simple 3-step flow that's solely built around getting folks to show you that they're RSVPing for this live and allowing us to automatically remind them when that live kicks off. So for those of you here that are familiar with using ManyChat, as we look at this on screen, this is a simple ManyChat bot flow. This is created with what's called a starting step of a messenger reference URL. This is what initiates the entire flow, similar to that 15K in 7 days bot that I just mentioned before. Now, when it comes to using these tools in our business, with ManyChat in particular, they do have a rule where if somebody engages with our bot, clicks on the link, hits this message, hits notify me, does any of these actions that we're asking them to do as they go into our sequence, if we reach out to them with an automated message after the 24-hour window of them engaging with us, it's technically against the terms of Facebook itself and against the terms of using this bot. So what we want to try to do is set things up in a way where it allows us to actually push out a reminder to them days later. And that's the way that this bot is set up. Because if we were talking about a live training that we're hosting a week from today, and we're asking folks to RSVP by clicking this link, then from there, if they click the link today and the training is 7 days from today, we wouldn't want to have to worry about any issues when we send them a reminder 7 days out. So what this flow does is it allows us to send them a message, send them a reminder, and send them a direct link to the live 7 days or 10 days, how many days after, whenever that takes place, as an event reminder itself. And this is what's called a one-time notification. So to set up this one-time notification, to set up this flow, let's dive in and walk through this. The first starting step here that we can see is starting with a messenger reference URL. I'll walk through how to set this up in the end, but first I want to share with you kind of what we have down on screen. Point is, this gives me a link to share. So as I click this here, I can actually grab and copy this link. So if I'm talking about this upcoming live training in my content via email, via written post, and I'm asking for folks to either comment below or click below to RSVP, what I'm doing is sending them to this link. What this link does is as soon as they click it, it sends them this first message directly in Messenger. So in this particular example here, this was a live training that I was hosting where I was actually bringing in a client of mine to showcase his growth with our support and integrating systems into his business. And as you can see here, first message just shows, hey, first name. It's gonna send them with their customized first name in the message. To register for the training on how my client generated his first 30K month with a new offer and a Facebook group of less than 300 members, all you have to do is click notify me below. So this cues them to click this button right here. And what this is a one-time notification button. So once they click this and click notify me, this is essentially them giving us permission to remind them right when that live kicks off. Whether it's 48 hours from now, 7 days from now, however far out it is, by them clicking this one-time notification reminder, it allows us to break past that window and send them that reminder message. So right after they click notify me, what I have it do is have it set up to point them directly to my free Facebook group, to join the free Facebook group, because that's where the live training is going down. Strategy behind this as we think through this is, let's say I'm putting out content on my Facebook profile or any other platform that I'm on, and I have my community as kind of the main source where I'm sharing my insider content. It's the way that I capture leads, nurture leads, and give them an inside look into my business. This is where I know as the owner of the business, and the strategy that I'm focused on is getting as many folks as possible to join that group and hang out with me in the community. So if I'm talking about this upcoming live in my profile or on other platforms, I can share this reference URL link it's going to allow them to click RSVP so I can message and remind them, but right away I can also encourage them to join the group and get them to become a new member in my Facebook group. So that's exactly what I do afterwards. As soon as they click notify me, it sends them a message that says, thanks for registering for the training. Be sure to click the link below to join my free Facebook group, or the training will be going down if you haven't already. They click here, and this takes them directly to my community where they can click and join. So now, coming back from this, let's first walk through how you can set up a simple flow like this, and then walk through from there how we can actually go about setting up the reminder message for when the live kicks off. So what I'm gonna do from here is walk you through exactly how to set up what you see on screen here, and then from there we're gonna go into how to send that reminder message for when the live kicks off itself. So what you'll do is you'll go to Growth Tools inside ManyChat. You're gonna click New Growth Tool, and you're gonna make sure that you click Messenger Reference URL. This is where it's going to give you this starting step of this messenger reference URL where it gives you this link that you can send and share with others. You can cloak this link, do whatever you want with it, but the point is when folks click this, this is what triggers the first step. So whatever your live training topic is on here, you can type in your message, welcome first name, or hey first name. We'll delete this. So we'll say, hey first name, are you looking to register for my upcoming live training on X topic? So you can even ask them a question first to get them to say yes or no, and we can put in the option here, yes or no. Chances are if they're clicking, they're obviously looking to RSVP. So once they click yes, we can then send them a message and say, awesome, the training on X topic is going down on X date. To get reminded when this training kicks off, just click the button below and I'll send you a message. Now, obviously you can tailor this copy to whatever fits towards whatever the live event is that you're hosting or what you want to say here, but this could be to get reminded, to get notified when this training kicks off, to RSVP, etc. We won't get into particular copy on this here, but I really just want to show you how to set this up. So once we have this message in place that's pointing them to the button to click to get reminded into RSVP, what we're going to do is open up this message again and click on Messenger List. This list could be for private live training, and you could put in the name of the topic name. Essentially, we're just putting in the name of the event. We'll click Create here. You put the list name in again here, live training, X topic. You can show when this is hosted. If you want to set this up so this actually allows you to remind them whenever you're hosting a training. So if you wanted to basically set up a bot to give weekly reminders if you're hosting a weekly live training, you can put down weekly here. But if this is a one-time event, you just want to select a one-time event. And then to finish this up, we'll click Create. We'll just say tap notify me below to RSVP and get reminded. And then we'll click Create. And now the only thing we're going to make sure we do is come back to this message that we send and just delete this button. So we don't want to have a button here. What I like to do is just pretty much put a little emoji to point down, and then this directs them to tap this button here. So now we have the first thing in place. Number one is confirming, hey, if you commented on this post and you're interested in my upcoming live training, let me know here, type yes. Once they click yes, it's sending them the follow-up message to say, awesome, the training is going down on X topic or on X date. To get reminded when this training kicks off, just click the button below and I'll send you a message. So this clicks notify me from here. Once they click this, just like I shared in the previous example, we can set up another last follow-up message to say, you are in now that you have RSVP'd. Stay tuned for a reminder coming from me here and on X date. In the meantime, if you haven't already, be sure to join my free Facebook community where the training is going down. And again, if you guys are hosting your training in a community, this is perfect. A great way for you to capture new joins right away off RSVPs. If you're not, you don't have to do this follow-up message here. You could just confirm and say you're in. RSVP has been collected. Stay tuned for a message from me on X date. Otherwise, you can simply do one single follow-up message here, and I'll move this over so you can see we have the starting step. We have the first message right here. We have the next message that's after confirming, pointing them to notify and get reminded. And then this last message here where we can then put in this text and simply add a button to go to a link. So what we'll do here is add a button. This button would simply be a website. This website URL would be our group URL to join the group. And then we could change the button name to just say join the community. Once we have this in place, we are all set. Now what we want to do, and what I always like to do, is once I get this bot out and I start sending traffic to it, and folks start clicking on this notify me thing to get RSVP'd, then right away I'll schedule a broadcast that's set to go out to that exact link where the Facebook Live is being held. So typically I'll make an event in Facebook, in my Facebook community, That event gives me a link to automatically create and send people to for when that live kicks off, because that's where the live will be actually being hosted at. And that's exactly how to direct them straight to the live. So an easy way to do this is to create a quick event in your community in advance for that upcoming training that you're hosting. And then from here, what you'll do is as you start to get more traffic and more clicks coming through this flow to get reminded, all you'll do from here is go to broadcast. You'll say new broadcast in the top right, and you're gonna say messenger. And then this is where we can say something like, we're going live now. Click below to join us and discover how to X, whatever the topic is. And then this link right here is gonna go join the live or check out the live, whatever you wanna put for copy here. And then this website URL would be simply going to that live event. So even if you haven't gone live yet, you've scheduled this event for 7 days out, as long as you've scheduled that event, you can schedule this broadcast for exactly when the live is going off. So you can set it and forget it, and you don't have to worry about it going into that live itself. So you put the Facebook Live event URL in here, you click done, you go to next, and then all you're going to want to do here is just select the condition of the folks that you would like to send this reminder to. And all we're going to do here to do this is to click on condition. We're going to click on messenger, subscribe to a list, that list that we just set up. And then you can see here, live training on X topic. That's the one that we set up here. It shows 0 now because I set this up live with you. Nobody's clicked on it yet. But if we did have folks click on this and there was 10, 20 people that clicked to get RSVP'd and reminded, then we would see all these names in here and we'd be good to just click send now or schedule. And again, since there's nobody in here, I'll just choose another list. We'll come down here to one that has a few names on it. And then we can just click schedule here and actually put it for the exact date and time the live's going off. And that's exactly how we set things up. So as simple as that. All we're doing is setting up the messenger reference URL growth tool. It can be as simple as a 2-step flow, confirming, and then pointing them to subscribe to the messenger list. And then all we have to do from there is schedule the broadcast in advance, going to that Facebook event at the time that our event is kicking off. So this simple 2-step flow and follow-up broadcast alone 10x the amount of folks that are actually attending and showing up to my lives. It's a great way to incorporate additional touch points, additional follow-ups, and additional reminders to ensure that those that are showing interest are not forgetting about this event. Because the reality is we have a lot going on a week-to-week basis. And folks are getting hit with a bunch of different opportunities to attend free live trainings on Facebook or wherever you may be hosting them. But if we can make sure that we're keeping them top of mind, reminding them when we kick off, making it as easy as possible for them to show up, join, and participate, then we're gonna much more likely see a lot greater performance out of that live and many more attendees showing up and engaging in that live itself. This tool is super helpful to me in being able to 10x the amount of viewers that show up, participate, and engage in my lives. And I know that for those of you here that are looking to increase your live viewer percentage on your content as well, this will be a massive help. This is one simple way to do this. Again, this is all through a tool called ManyChat, and super easy to set up following the breakdown that I share with you here today. Now, for those of you here that have not yet checked out the video that I mentioned earlier on, breaking down the bot that generated me 15K in 7 days, I'll go ahead and link that at the end of the screen. And for those of you here that want to chat with me and my team directly to give you a demo of the systems that we have in place in our business now, as well as the systems that we're building related to what you see here with text follow-up for lives and a bunch more, then go ahead and click the link in the description below, as we're offering demo sessions right now to give you an inside look at all of this, customized and tailored towards your needs and your business right now. Now, with that said, to wrap for this video, hopefully you got some value from this ManyChat flow and how to use this to increase the amount of live viewers showing up to your live content. With that said, if you enjoyed this one, be sure to smash that thumbs up button before you go. And if you have not yet already, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you head out, as we drop new videos on the channel here every single week. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing you back on the next one soon.